You've probably heard about the giant plastic islands in our oceans and imagine them as dense patches of floating plastic debris. But if you were to sail right in the middle of them, you'd see nothing but clear ocean all around you. That's because although there's a higher concentration of plastic, it's spread over a large area of the ocean. In addition, degradation and erosion can turn large pieces of plastic into smaller particles known as microplastics, which are barely visible to the human eye but are still potentially hazardous to the environment. But despite this and other plastic-related misconceptions, there's a real urgency to tackle a pollution problem that affects us all. There is a need for methodical and detailed research to assess the impact of plastics on the environment, to identify potentially toxic plastic additives, and to provide policymakers with a sound scientific basis for the effective regulation of plastic pollution. LabPlas responds to these urgent challenges. LabPlas's main goals are to determine reliable identification methods for a more accurate assessment of the abundance, distribution, and environmental impact of small micro and nanoparticles and their associated chemicals. This 5-year project is now at its halfway point and has already provided a comprehensive dataset following field sampling campaigns in 2 contrasting case studies: the urban industrial Thames and Elbe river basins that feed into the North Sea, and the mainly rural but impacted by highway traffic, Mero Barceas river basin in the northwestern Iberian Peninsula. The LabPlas team has also laid the groundwork for the development of more accurate methods to assess the abundance and distribution of microplastics, as well as the impact of degradation and potential release of toxic metabolites in the environment. LabPlas is also developing new technologies to detect, quantify and identify microplastics in the laboratory, and even from space. A better understanding of the environmental fate and toxicity of microplastics will help us make better decisions on how to implement new and more effective policies to tackle a global challenge that affects all of us who share the same pale blue dot in the cosmos: Earth.